305, I got us on my way to making checks with double commas. Piling up to blow a couple bags with all y'all. And crush you ever wishing I come back where I'm done. Step before I get harm done. Hit that lift for my soul.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kiing Mae, and today we're making these delicious, mouth-watering, soft and fluffy bread rolls with raisins. You don't really have to put raisins in them, but they'll just be just as delicious. So these raisins literally lasted 2 days, and my family finished it, and there's only 4 of us. Oh my goodness, they are delicious. So if you want to know how to make these bread rolls, please do subscribe and like this video for more content like this. So you're gonna need 2 eggs, dry yeast, a packet of dry yeast. We're just gonna use half of it, and some sugar, salt, half a cup of milk, half a cup of warm water, some flour, all-purpose flour is all right, and about half of a brick of butter. You can use Rama or any other cooking butter that you trust and you love. I was just using what was available. So I actually mixed the water and milk, then added a bit of sugar, maybe about 2-3 teaspoons of sugar, and then mixed in my dry yeast. I used only half, and then I covered it until it risen a little bit, and after that I put in my eggs, and now I'm whisking. I didn't do this in this video, but it would be good to add your melted butter in this stage, as well as your raisins if you choose to do so. I only added half a teaspoon of salt and mixed it, and once it has risen, then I added the rest of my sugar, which I literally put in about 12 teaspoons of sugar. When you're doing this process and you don't have a whisk, you can just use a fork. I find a fork does the same job. And then with regards to the flour, I used about 8 cups of flour in total, not including the flour that I put on the surface when I was knitting the dough. Then I mixed it slowly but surely, but here I found that the flour had clumps, and I had to break them as I was going, and then I ended up having to take a strainer to get rid of those clumps of flour. When mixing dough, you get to a stage where you can't mix it anymore, so I had to get dirty and use my hands. That is the butter that I used. You can use any butter of your choice. I'd say the butter that I cut out is less than a half. Okay, so now I'm using my hands. While I'm doing this, my butter is in the microwave for about 30 seconds just to melt it. Now I'm adding in my butter, which you can add at an earlier stage, but it's also fine. I know it looks like I'm mixing really fast, but it is just in fast motion. Once the butter is mixed, the dough is still very much sticky, so I'm just gonna add more flour to make it more firm. While your feet are on my lap, I got no issues. I kid you not, I feel relaxed, no cap. And when I see that booty, all I wanna do is slap that ass. And you know I got class, but you. This is a process that needs you to be really patient. I really enjoy doing this when I have time. Okay, then I added my seedless raisins, which I should have added in the stage of the eggs, but it's still fine. You'll see here that the problem is blending the raisins with the dough is a bit of a challenge, but we did it anyway. So I'm just folding in the dough gently. 'Cause you're always on my mind. I want you with me all the time. And once I'm satisfied, then I'm going to add some more. I used raisins that are 250 grams. so they were just perfectly enough for that. And then here I'm still adding my flour to end up getting to that 8 cups. I know it sounds like a lot, but when you're mixing dough that is sticky, it doesn't really seem like a lot. And please do excuse my mess. When we're making bread, it does tend to get quite messy. And then I'm just doing the hand motions. I don't know what I can call what I was doing, but it works. It's just getting out the air bubble. Now I'm ready. Make sure that you clean your surface really well with soap and whatnot. I washed it quite a lot. And make sure your nails are clean, your nails are cut. Well, if you don't want to cut your nails, just make sure they're clean. I personally don't like cooking or baking with my nails, with long nails. I always make sure my nails are cut. So here I'm just gonna knit it for the last time, or second last time. I'm just sprinkling some more flour, and I'm going to knit it again. And there's a question of how do you know when your dough is ready to be formed into bread rolls? Well, if you put your finger on it and press your finger into the dough and it rises back up where you pressed it, basically it bounces back, it means your dough is ready and your bread rolls are gonna be amazing. So I'm just doing that, and this is a actual workout because I felt it in my arms afterwards. So here the struggle, as you can see, is ensuring that the raisins stay in the dough. So immediately when I feel like it's getting sticky again, I sprinkle some more flour on it. And once it stops sticking, we know it's time. It's almost time to go to the next step, which is to cut the dough in sections and start making our bread rolls. Cut off a bit of the dough, and we're about to cut it in smaller sections. Okay, now here the technique is you fold it in to itself and you use your hands to kind of, I don't know how to express the motion, but you're basically folding it in to the bottom to get that perfect round sphere. As you can see here, it's a bit of an extra job because you're making sure that the raisins are staying inside of the bread rolls. Occasionally I roll it on the surface, but you have to be super gentle, otherwise it won't be round. So you can try these hand motions. So look carefully. That is how you do it. All that mess just goes to the bottom, and then you roll it with your hands. This takes a bit of time, but once you get used to it, it becomes like breathing. It's just so easy. It takes time, but it's not something you think about anymore.
I pay no mind to the bitches I won't do. Oh, early morning chilling with my boo. Her face on my face, bumping Erica Badu. The way you got me.
I filled the pan, I covered it up, and left the bread to rise. And as you can see, they are well risen, which is awesome. And here I have a mixture of eggs and milk. Now I'm just coating the top of the buns. If you have a baking brush, it's fine, but this is just to show you you don't need fancy things to get the job done. Also because I don't have that fancy thing. But anyway, so I'm just doing that, coating the top. It just gives it that nice brown color, and once they are well cooked and covered and steaming, they look very shiny. Then I'm gonna pop it into the oven, and this is how they look. Oh my gosh, you guys won't regret this. These are amazing. I'm not even being dramatic. If you don't have the parchment paper, it's fine, but this is why it's so helpful. You can just pull them out. But if you don't have parchment paper, just make sure your tray is covered nicely with butter. I use the same butter that I added in my dough. You can use whatever non-stick thing you rely on. They are so soft. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh, just falling off. Take me back to that moment. Oh, they were so good and so light. I can't say anything wrong about. Oh, and they were literally burning my hands because it was so hot.
Will be your jewelry, the earth will be your face, and your love will be my eulogy. The ocean caresses your sandy beaches. I pay no mind to the bitches I want you. Oh, early morning chilling with my boo. Her face on my face.
Oh, I'm gonna eat that just in a second. For the people who keep burning things, whenever you're baking something like cake or bread, once it has risen, it means that it's almost time to switch your heat to the top. Before doing that, just stick a knife or a fork, just to ensure it's cooked all the way through. If the knife has stuff on it when you take it out, it's not well cooked. And if it is clean, it means whatever you're cooking is ready. And that's the rest of the video. Thank you guys for watching this far. Please do subscribe, like, and share this video on your Instagram, WhatsApp, Twitter, wherever. Please do that. Please do support your girl. Bye.